So I need to do a quick video. God put it in my spirit. Talk to somebody out here. And I wrote this book. I advertise it a lot. I promote it. I don't really talk about it. But one of my chapters, in chapter 5, is like in the middle of the book. I title it, I'm trying to find it. The Weapon Formed Against You. To me, this is like probably the most important, because it's definitely talking about warfare, or a dark place where I've been at. And what I'm seeing now, I'm seeing a lot of people commit suicide. And it's kind of bothering me, because that's a tricky place to be in, because it's invisible. And when I talk about the power of your spirit versus the images of your mind, what I'm really referring to is this invisible war that's going on. If you look around, you see people, they're taking their own lives. And it's kind of like unexpected, because you would look at people and think they got everything in the world. They seem happy, they got a smile on their face, but something on the inside is going on that no one on the outside can detect. So it made me think, when I was writing this, I asked God to show me, how do spirits fight? You know, before I even got to this, I wrote my first book, and this was the beginning of my journey started. But I always wanted to know that question, because we fight physical. And you know, the word said the weapons of our warfare is not carnal, but it's a spiritual fight, in other words. So instead of him telling me, I had to walk through it to actually learn how spirits fight. So what I'm getting at, in this chapter, I specifically talk about two dangerous spirits. They're called familiar spirits and aligned spirits. And these spirits are dangerous because they're so, what am I trying to say? They're just out in the open. They're so bold. These are very bold spirits. They're in the churches. They're all on the media. They're everywhere. And I specifically highlighted certain scriptures that actually teach, based on the experiences that I've been through, how these familiar spirits and lying spirits operate. And where I'm getting at, the reason why I wrote this book is because the number one thing that they do is they pretty much stigmatize words, lies, all these depression things on your mind. And it kind of holds your mind into a certain space and a place, and it keeps you there in the dark, and you can't even feel like you could tell anybody. Because again, I've been there. You know, I've been through these suicidal battles. It wasn't but the grace of God that held me strong walking through that. So I'm trying to reach a certain crowd, a certain person out there, because I'm kind of getting tired of looking at the media. And you know, the media is for entertainment. Everybody posts, they want to get likes, they want to get, you know, look at me. You know, I see a lot of women, you know, it's all about your shape, your body, your attire. I get all that, you know, that's worldly stuff. But at the same time, it's people really out here dying. And I feel like, you know, we watch these things, we promote, we do all these things, but people, we're losing the battle. It's an invisible war going on, and people just dropping, and nobody understands why or what's going on. So I'm trying to reach somebody out there who's battling that you can't seem to find the words to ask for help. You can't even understand what's really going on, you know. And I'm here to tell you, it's a battle. It's definitely a battle. I want you to take time to really understand what's going on, really take in the words and study, and let me help you open up your eyes to see this real battle. Because you can hear preaching and teaching encouraging words all day, but I feel like the best way to reach somebody is to know somebody that actually been through what you went through. And I'm one of them ones that know, because it's almost like I had an experience behind the scenes. You know, I kind of wrote it this way to give you a picture of like a 3D movie. In other words, you know, the images are so big in your face, it feels so realistic that you feel like you're actually in the movie. Well, I used that same picture analogy to write in my book, to paint this picture to let you know this is a real battle going on. There's real wars. As you can see, the evidence, the evidence is clear. You know, somebody, think about it, if somebody dropped in your family, or somebody committed suicide or something you never expected, how would you feel? All you can think about is why they didn't tell me. They could have came and talked to me. They can't. They can't do that. Like, I experienced this, and I laid down by my wife every night. She didn't even know what's going on. So these spirits, they're very tricky, they're very bold, and they got a way of making you keep your mouth shut. If you think about the scriptures, and Jesus had to heal a man, or heal a boy. That's how I start out this book. But he healed the boy, and the daddy asked, Jesus asked the daddy, how long has he been this way? And the father said, since childhood. This spirit, this mute spirit, had this boy doing all kind of things. He pretty much took control of him, and he couldn't speak since he was a child. So spiritually speaking, a lot of people, they're not speaking out verbally, or they feel like they can't reach out because the spirit have a hold on them. And they had a hold on them for a long time. They're trying to control them. They're trying to do whatever they can do until it's over with. So I'm putting it out there. I need to speak more about it. I didn't want to give everything away, but it's one of the things that I do talk about. And I wrote it to try to get another imprint on your mind, something that you can hold on to, something that give you hope, to pull you out this dark place. Because again, I know how that feel. Like I said, I've been there, I've done that, and I'm one of the ones that really care and really want to help. And I know the only way to reach you is through the power of God and through the Spirit. Everything in the flesh is not going to do it. It's not going to do it. So look out for more videos. I think I need to talk more about it, but yeah, I'm here to help.